Why did I ever think that being an open book online was a good idea? Or that the one device that holds my entire life is also the one I could be most careless with? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I want you to imagine something. Your phone. It's got a passcode, right? Maybe you use Face ID or Touch ID. Good. Because for most of us these are just features, but no, they're what protect everything from our banking info to our personal photos. But what if you took that safety net away? What if, for 30 days, you lived with absolutely no phone security? No lock screen, no biometrics, no app permissions denied, not even a basic antivirus. It sounds insane, right? Well, that's exactly what I did. For an entire month I put my digital life on the line to show you, firsthand, what happens when you let down your guard. It was a terrifying, eye-opening and honestly, pretty stupid experiment. And in this video I'm going to walk you through every single nerve-wracking moment. Prepare for some shocking revelations, a lot of regret, and hopefully, a wake-up call about your own phone habits. The rules of the reckless experiment. Okay, so how do you even begin to live without phone security in today's world? It's harder than you think, because modern phones practically force some security on you. Here's how I intentionally handicapped myself for this challenge. The number one rule was no lock screen. My phone was unlocked and open for anyone to swipe through at all times. No PIN, no pattern, no Face ID, and no fingerprint. I also disabled all facial recognition and fingerprint unlock methods. The scariest part was the rule to click on everything. Any suspicious link, any pop-up ad, I clicked it. Any shady app suggestion, I downloaded it. And of course, no VPN. I used a standard, current model smartphone to simulate what would happen if a typical user simply ignored every piece of security advice. And believe me, the consequences were swift and brutal. The first 7 days. Day 1. The feeling of having no lock screen was unsettling. It's like leaving your front door wide open. But initially, nothing too dramatic happened. I felt exposed, sure, but the immediate chaos I expected didn't materialize. This lull, ironically, is part of the danger. It lulls you into a false sense of security. I began to think, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. On day 2, the first subtle invasion. I connected to an open Wi-Fi network at a coffee shop. When I checked my web browser, I noticed I was being offered highly specific ads for a product I had only thought about buying. I hadn't searched for it, so how did they know? My unencrypted traffic was being sniffed by someone on the network, who then sold that information to an ad network. It wasn't a bank hack, but it was a clear signal that my private thoughts were now public. Later that week, I clicked on a link in a message that seemed to be from a friend on social media. It was one of those, "Look how you've changed" quizzes. I filled it out, giving it access to my profile. A few days later, a distant family member sent me a message saying my profile picture had been changed to something embarrassing, and an odd message was sent from my account. This was a direct social engineering attack. My lack of security and over-permissioning allowed a third-party app to perform actions on my behalf. Week 2. Week 2 is where things started to get really ugly, and I began to see the truly insidious consequences. I got a strange call from a number I didn't recognize. The voice on the other end, a deepfake of someone I knew, asked me to verify some details about a shared account. My stomach dropped. They had used publicly available data to get my phone number and create a voice profile. This would not just be a simple scam, but an AI-powered attack, and my unsecure phone had given them the tools to execute it. By day 12 I was completely unnerved. I left my phone on a table at a cafe for literally 2 minutes while I grabbed a napkin. When I came back, nothing seemed amiss, but later that day, I noticed a few small but significant changes. My social media profile picture was changed to something embarrassing. A small, odd message was sent from one of my accounts. Someone had picked up my unlocked phone, spent less than a minute on it, and done some minor but irritating damage. I began to sweat. It was a direct, physical security breach. Imagine if they'd accessed my banking app or emails. It showed me that no lock screen is an open invitation for instant compromise. By the end of week 2, I was constantly on edge. My phone felt like a ticking time bomb, and I was just waiting for the big one to hit. The final straw that week came from an entirely different source. Data brokers. I started getting emails from services I'd never heard of, not just spam, but highly targeted marketing. My phone's lack of security had allowed my digital fingerprint to be collected. It was an IP address, It's about a combination of browser type, screen resolution, time zone, and even my battery level. These data points, which seem meaningless on their own, can be combined to create a unique fingerprint that can be sold to anyone. I was now on lists somewhere as a prime target, and my information was being used to track and monetize my every move, even if my phone wasn't actively compromised. Week 3 and 4. The final 2 weeks were about enduring the consequences and documenting the damage. The risk of identity theft skyrocketed. I started getting emails from services I'd never signed up for, using variations of my email address. My information was clearly being harvested and sold on various data broker lists because of my reckless behavior. Then there was the privacy invasion. With all app permissions granted, my data was flying everywhere. I saw a huge increase in highly targeted ads, meaning my every online move was being tracked and monetized in real time. It was a constant, unsettling reminder. And the spam. Oh, the constant spam and robocalls. My phone became a spam magnet. The volume of junk emails, scam texts, and robocalls increased dramatically. It was exhausting just to manage. My phone number, previously somewhat private, was now clearly circulating among telemarketers and scammers. The psychological toll was immense. Constantly being on guard, deleting endless spam, fearing the next click. It was genuinely stressful. I felt less secure in my digital life than ever before. It wasn't just about the phone. It was about the potential impact on my finances, my identity, and my peace of mind. The truth is, I got lucky in some ways. No major financial accounts were fully compromised, and I didn't fall victim to full-blown ransomware. But the experiment clearly demonstrated that without basic security, you're not just at risk, you're an open target. So why did I do this? Maybe just because I wanted to find out. I needed to know what exactly happens. And I needed people to know also. Do you think it's my fault? Let me know in the comment section. My plea to you. But, what's the big takeaway from my 30 days of digital recklessness? It's simple. Phone security isn't optional anymore. It's non-negotiable. In 2025, with AI-powered phishing, zero-click malware, and increasingly sophisticated scams, your phone is a primary gateway to your entire digital life. If you're not protecting it, you're leaving the front door wide open for identity theft, financial fraud, and privacy invasion. Cybercrime costs the US billions annually, and phone compromises are a huge part of that. Please, learn from my mistakes. Implement these basic, non-negotiable security steps. Use a strong passcode or biometrics like Face ID. Keep your software updated. Be smart about apps, and only download from official app stores. Use a VPN on public Wi-Fi. Be skeptical and don't click suspicious links. And enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, for your banking, email, and social media. This is your strongest defense. Your phone is an extension of you. Protect it like your most valuable asset, because in today's digital world it absolutely is. However, do you need expert help? I highly recommend you do. Visit us at Teleris.com, where our expert AI agents are there to help you fight back against these digital threats. They do not sleep, and are always aware and always ready. You can request a demo or a consultation at Teleris.com. We're ever ready to help protect you from threats and every digital attack that might come your way. What's your biggest phone security fear? Have you ever had a close call? Share your stories and tips in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And don't forget to share this video to someone who might need to learn from my mistakes. Also subscribe to this channel. We share relatable cybersecurity updates every day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.